When it comes to groundbreaking pioneers of comedy and film, few figures are as unique and iconic as Rudy Ray Moore, the creative genius behind Dolomite, known as the godfather of rap and a legendary figure in the blaxploitation film genre. Moore shaped urban comedy and inspired generations of comedians, musicians, and filmmakers. His most famous creation, Dolomite, was more than just a character. It was a cultural phenomenon that blended sharp comedy, streetwise storytelling, and gritty charisma. This video explores the incredible life of Rudy Ray Moore, the development of the Dolomite persona, and how his unique approach to comedy left a lasting impact on entertainment, particularly in the realms of stand-up comedy, film, and music. Comedy and the life of Dolomite, the legacy of Rudy Ray Moore. The early life of Rudy Ray Moore. Born on March 17, 1927 in Fort Smith, Arkansas, Rudy Ray Moore grew up in a humble household, dreaming of life on stage. Raised in a time of significant racial and social challenges, Moore found solace and joy in music, comedy, and storytelling. As a teenager, he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where he began performing in local churches, developing his knack for humor and performance. After serving in the U.S. Army, Moore's vibrant personality emerged even further. While stationed in Germany, he entertained fellow soldiers by blending humor, dance, and music. Dubbed the Harlem Hillbilly for his comedic musical performances, Moore knew he had a talent for captivating audiences. Moore spent much of the 1950s and 1960s pursuing a career in entertainment. He recorded rhythm and blues music and performed stand-up comedy in nightclubs. Though he faced numerous rejections, Moore's determination and distinctive comedic style began gaining attention. The birth of Dolomite. Rudy Ray Moore's big break came in the early 1970s while working at Dolphins of Hollywood, a record store in Los Angeles. Here, Moore encountered a local drifter named Rico who told outrageous, rhyming, tall tales about a character named Dolomite. Moore saw potential in the stories and decided to transform all of them into comedic gold. Moore's Dolomite character was an exaggerated, larger-than-life pimp who used raunchy language, clever rhymes, and over-the-top bravado. Drawing from African-American folklore and urban culture, Dolomite resonated with audiences who saw humor and truth in his stories. In 1970, Moore released his first comedy album featuring Dolomite, titled Eat Out More Often. Eat Out More Often. The album became a surprise hit despite being filled with risque humor that many mainstream outlets refused to promote. Moore financed the project himself and sold copies from the trunk of his car, a grassroots approach that solidified his connection with his audience. The success of his comedy albums laid the groundwork for Dolomite's cinematic debut. Rudy Ray Moore was ready to bring his character to the big screen. Dolomite on film. The rise of a cult classic. In 1975, Rudy Ray Moore independently produced and starred in the film Dolomite. The film tells the story of Dolomite, a flashy pimp and nightclub owner who is framed by corrupt police officers and drug-dealing rivals. After being released from prison, Dolomite sets out to reclaim his empire, clear his name, and take revenge on his enemies. The key elements of the film: streetwise humor. Dolomite combines sharp comedy with gritty urban storytelling. Its humor, raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically raunchy, reflected the experiences of many African Americans in urban centers during the 1970s. Action and entertainment. The film featured martial arts sequences, funky music, and flamboyant fashion, creating a unique blend of comedy and action that appealed to fans of the emerging blaxploitation genre. DIY production. Moore financed the film largely with his own money, showcasing his entrepreneurial spirit. Despite its low budget, Dolomite achieved cult status due to its charm, humor, and Moore's magnetic performance. While critics dismissed Dolomite as crude and amateurish, audiences embraced its bold, rebellious style. It became a cult classic, spawning sequels like The Human Tornado, 1976, and The Return of Dolomite, 2002. Rudy Ray Moore, the godfather of rap. One of Rudy Ray Moore's most profound legacies is his influence on modern rap music, or modern music, particularly hip-hop. Long before rap became a mainstream genre, Moore's comedy albums featured rhyming, rhythmic monologues that sounded strikingly similar to early rap music. Moore's use of urban vernacular. His comedic stories reflected the language and culture of the streets. Rhyming delivery. His toasts and monologues were lyrical, blending humor, rhythm, and street wisdom. Bold storyteller. His tales often depicted anti-heroes, blending fantasy with harsh realities of urban life. Many pioneering hip-hop artists credit Rudy Ray Moore as an inspiration. Moore's rhythmic storytelling and bold persona helped lay the foundation for rap style and attitude. Ruby Ray Moore's stand-up comedy style. At its core, Rudy Ray Moore's comedy was about authenticity. He spoke to and for audiences who felt overlooked by mainstream media. His stand-up routines, often performed in small nightclubs and on underground albums, tackled themes like poverty, race, and survival with humor and wit. Key elements of his comedy include raw and raunchy humor. Moore pushed boundaries with his explicit language and sexual innuendos. His work was unfiltered and unapologetic, which earned him a loyal following. Social commentary. Beneath the humor, Moore's routines often addressed real social issues, such as systemic injustice and racial inequality. Audience connection. Moore's ability to connect with his audience came from his roots. His stories reflect the struggles and triumphs of everyday people. In many ways, Moore was a voice for his community, using comedy to challenge societal norms while entertaining audiences with his outrageous stories. The revival. Dolomite is my name. Rudy Ray Moore's legacy received renewed recognition with the release of the 2019 Netflix film Dolomite is My Name, starring Eddie Murphy as Moore. The film chronicles Rudy Ray Moore's journey from struggling entertainer to cult icon. The movie celebrates Moore's determination, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit. Eddie Murphy's portrayal introduced Moore's work to a new generation, highlighting his contributions to comedy, film, and music. The film was praised for its humor, heart, and accurate depiction of Moore's life. Dolomite is My Name reminded audiences that Moore was more than just a comedian. He was a trailblazer who carved out his own space in Hollywood. The cultural impact of Dolomite. Rudy Ray Moore and Dolomite hold a special place in cultural history, particularly with African American entertainment. His work in the 1970s was groundbreaking for several reasons. Blaxploitation cinema. Moore was a key figure in the blaxploitation genre, a movement that showcased African American stories and heroes. While criticized for its stereotypes, the genre gave black artists greater visibility in Hollywood. Representation characters like Dolomite offered audiences a hero who was unapologetically black, confident, and charismatic. Moore's films and albums celebrated African American culture, language, and identity. Inspiring independent artists. Moore's DIY approach to filmmaking and comedy paved the way for independent creators who sought to tell their story or their own stories without relying on mainstream approval. Cross-genre influence. From comedy to music, Moore's influence extended across genres, inspiring comedians, rappers, and filmmakers. His legacy remains a testament to the power of creativity and perseverance. Rudy Ray Moore's lasting legacy. Rudy Ray Moore passed away on October 19th, 2008, at the age of 81, but his influence lives on. His work continues to inspire artists who value originality, bold storytelling, and humor that pushes boundaries. Key aspects of his legacy include pioneering urban comedy. Moore's albums and routines set the stage for modern comedians who use humor to explore raw, real-life topics. The birth of rap. His rhyming, rhythmic delivery made him a precursor to hip-hop, earning him the title Godfather of Rap. Cult classic cinema. Dolomite remains a symbol of creative independence, loved by fans for its campy charm and cultural significance. Rudy Ray Moore's life and career exemplified the power of creativity, determination, and authenticity. Through Dolomite, he gave the world a character who was bold, funny, and unforgettable. Moore's groundbreaking contributions to comedy, film, and music ensure his place as a cultural icon. From his early stand-up routines to his influence on hip-hop, Rudy Ray Moore remains a timeless figure who broke barriers and paved the way for generations of artists. As fans continue to celebrate his work, Dolomite lives on, not just as a character, but as a symbol of resilience, humor, and originality. Dolomite is my name, and comedy is my game. A line that encapsulate Rudy Ray Moore's legendary legacy. You have just heard a word from William, and I have just covered for you comedy and the life of Dolomite, the legacy of Rudy Ray Moore. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, share the content. It'll be greatly appreciated. And please be sure to hit that notification bell. Turn it on so you will be notified each time that we upload new content to the YouTube platform. Once again, this is a word with William. Thanks for watching and enjoy. A word from William. Until next time.